we have used what is a fairly recognized framework for unpacking aspects of student well-being. It's known as the Perma Model. The Perma Model includes things like looking at how we support students' positive sense of emotion, positive relationships, positive sense of engagement, and positive sense of accomplishments. We've updated that to also include other areas of well-being which we think are also critically important, the two being positive sense of identity and positive sense of health and wellness.
Really looking at that full spectrum of what do our students need for their well-being to be the focus all the time. And that doesn't mean that they're always happy or things are always going well, but how do we focus and be proactive to ensure that the strategies and skills are there so when something does come up, they can pull on those or know who to ask for support to reinstill those.
There's a growing body of research that shows us that students' understanding of their own identity and the identities of others allows them to feel that they are part of something, to feel that they belong, to feel confident sharing who they are, to feel safe, and to have a more positive sense of self.
Identity is one of the aspects of IPERMA, which is the acronym for the positive education that we follow. And it's a key component because everyone has their own identity that they're bringing to our community, to our school, which makes us so diverse and unique. But it's really important that we also are recognizing that and in each other as peer-to-peer, as teachers to students, as colleagues to colleagues, as parents to parents, and really understanding what that brings as an individual story. Because their identity builds their story. And I know Cynthia, in her role as director of DEIJ, I'm really excited to work alongside her with this because it is an overlap for our roles and just ensure that there's a voice there around personal identity and collective identity and community identity.
To some extent, social and emotional learning is part of the academic curriculum. As students grow and develop, they begin to understand who they are, why they are the way they are, how they learn. They develop the skill of metacognition, so thinking about their own thinking. Why did I get that answer wrong? Why did I make that assumption? And that ability to develop one's metacognitive abilities is part of our social and emotional learning curriculum.
We want our students to achieve their personal best, and I think those two words are really key words for us. Personal best is how are students being proud of their accomplishments and how are we supporting them and celebrating them as individuals. And part of that is them being connected outside of just personal best and academics. So what are they doing around outdoor education, and what are they doing in athletics and performing arts, in visual arts, in clubs and leaderships, and then how are parents supporting that to ensure that they're not spread too thin, but they're really focused in on those aspects of that are supporting them to accomplish their personal best. And research shows that being active and well-balanced and being outside or being in performing arts or visual arts, allows students this sense of well-being and rebalancing for themselves.
Sound body, sound mind, right? And I think the more you can play on team sports and get in the fitness center and take care of your body, the stronger your mind's going to be. And I believe that mental and physical well-being is crucially important, especially in today's day and age. And I think the APAC is really going to enable us to really enhance that. Kids are going to be able to play more, not only in class, but on the free time, get in the gym and get up a sweat and run or throw something around to work off stress or whatever that might be. And hopefully that keeps them in a better frame of mind and enables them to excel in all areas of life, but especially in the classroom.
At track and field, I get to feel excited because I do something that I love to do every day, and I get to be competitive with other people in my grade.
It makes me feel powerful, and it makes me want to push myself more.
having them active. The research supports that there's a regrounding that happens when you're outside in the outdoors, and we saw that just recently with our middle school camps where all our students were participating in them, and just came back with a new energy because they were outside, they were active, they were learning and using skills that they had outside the classroom, and that goes for athletics and performing arts as well.
So there's a few different things we're trying to accomplish. One of them being that by being outdoors, there's demonstrated reductions in cortisol levels in students. In addition to that, we're hoping to provide students with authentic learning experiences. So instead of saying, for example, we have a circle here, what's the circumference of the circle? We can say, well, look at this tree over here, how big is this tree? And so it's the same principle, the same exact, we can learn the same things, but we can have them do it in a more experiential way. We can ensure that the students have resiliency, and we have the ability to make sure that whatever challenges come at the students, that we can ensure that they have the strength to get through anything and to support the people in their life through their own positive mental health and well-being.
Well-being and having the focus of well-being and positive education is our proactive approach. And you want to be proactive. You want 90% of what you do to be proactive, instilling the skills and strategies in students around being able to cope with adversity and hardships that might come up, and how do they become resilient in the face of those. And so we want to be proactive and build those strategies for our students. There's always going to be a percentage of things that come up that is reactive. So needing to really support students at a time where something has come up and they're not able to necessarily pull on those strategies or skills, and they need us to support them, and then that may be seen as more of a reactive approach. But overall, as a continuum school, we really want to focus on that proactive approach so that students are building year to year these skills and strategies to deal with adversity and be resilient.
Learning in school depends on students being ready to learn, being open to learning, and students who are not well physically or emotionally are not able to learn as effectively. So ensuring that all of our students feel safe in school, that they feel that they belong here, that makes them ready to learn, whether it's science, math, physical education.
Student health and well-being. Increased focus on student health and well-being, with more emphasis on social and emotional learning and the increased use of experiential outdoor education.